I'm hearing reports as well of actually imported crime, gangs, specifically from Venezuela, and I believe this might be linked to drugs. Is that an issue?
Well, it seems to be that this Venezuelan gang, there's information going out that they may be trying to form an alliance with MS-13, which is an established gang that's plagued part of Long Island in New York State, and has some tentacles or attempting to establish some tentacles in the city itself. With every population, no matter who it is, there's always that percentage of people that are lawless, and they're coming through the same way they have in other immigrant groups in the past. And it really doesn't seem to be anything exceptional, other than right now, with crime going up, gang activity can only exacerbate that.
And you mentioned earlier on about the laws. I was going to ask you, look, what's causing all of this crime? I mean, obviously importing criminals is not going to help as well. But you mentioned a bit there about the legal system and people, repeat offenders being repeatedly allowed out. I know I see videos of people just going in and shoplifting. You only do that if you really do not fear the law. So what's happening there? What's causing all of this?
There was a change in state law in terms of bail reform on one hand, and getting rid of immunity, situational immunity for police officers. So if police officers took action and it wasn't deemed appropriate, they wouldn't be indemnified. So that caused some hesitancy. But on the other side, in order to overcompensate for what local legislators thought was an unfair bail policy and incarceration policy, they erred on the side of being much too lenient. Unless someone commits a heinous crime, a very vicious crime, violent crime, they can't be held without bail or high bail set. So all of these property crimes, is the ones I articulated before, those breaking into stores and looting, doing other things, they're property crimes. So as a result, these people who commit these crimes are being released on their own recognizance, and they're coming back and becoming recidivists. So you have a small segment of the population that are repeat offenders, but there's nothing being done to them. And as anybody who knows in law enforcement, if there are no consequences, you will have repeated behavior. And these recidivists are not only causing havoc on the merchants in the city of New York, they're creating a problem where people in general feel that if they are attacked or accosted in any way, there's no recourse through the legal system. The legislature has to go back and revise this in a way that's fair, so someone who was arrested for stealing a bag of potato chips isn't put away for 4 years pending trial. But by the same token, someone who commits a crime 7, 8, 9 times has a proclivity for lawless behavior, and they certainly should be held on either high bail or remanded without the possibility of being released until trial, just for the good of society.
Yeah, for the good of society. But for the good of society, you need people to feel confident that they can walk the streets without facing criminality. They need to feel confident that if they do call the police are going to act. The police need to feel confident that they're going to be backed up by the full force of the law as well, and that these problems aren't going to be exacerbated by external factors such as the importation of foreign crime as well. Look, Wilbur, thank you very much. I could talk to you all day about this, but we've really set the world to rights there, and I look forward to having you back on at GBN America at some point very, very soon. That is the wonderful Wilbur Chapman there. Thank you.